All right, it's a District 2 Sports Podcast, and it's a live show tonight. We're battling through the adversity tonight. Sound isn't working. Sound's going crazy for me, but sounds like y'all are doing okay.
It must be the hamsters in your house tonight.
I mean, I forgot to do my background. I mean, I got y'all can see everything going on back there.
I mean, I'm consistently just the only one who has their I's crossed and their T's dotted, you know?
I mean,
He ain't lying tonight either. I'm telling you, he's right.
This is an embarrassing performance by me so far. we had a great interview earlier today on the same stream. Went great, no issues. But as soon as I tried to do a live show and I can only hear you guys out of one earphone, sometimes you can't hear me at all. I don't know. I don't know what to do tonight. But hey, Jordan had his flu game, and Gregory's going to have his audio technical difficulty night. So we're gonna get through this.
Man. Did you want to start this thing off and like you usually do, or do we?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I know how Devin did this weekend. I was with him, but Big Greg, how did you do this weekend? Or what did you do?
Uh-oh.
Wait, hold on.
Copyright strike number 4. I don't know if I would do it.
Go ahead and do it. There he goes. Let's see what he does here.
I'm going to have to manually mute this guy right here.
Oh, I heard that we could actually do something and say something before this, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead.
I had to mute Big Greg there. He has gotten this 3 or 4 strikes now with YouTube, and we can't take a chance with him playing music. So we'll let him off the mute when he's ready to come off the mute. It's still going. Is this royalty-free music?
Royalty-free. Royalty-free. Yeah, right. I did my job. All right, do you want to see? I did my job. I had my nice new walkout music. I hired me a band to pick me some music. I mean, how good is this?
Royalty free.
No more strikes.
I'm
YouTube right. To go. Yeah. It was an okay kind of weekend. Let me tell you. Worked hard last week. I know I got some folks listening tonight. I worked hard last week after I got back from Las Vegas. And then just a little bit about what happened over the weekend. Saturday night, me and Nanny Robin went with the Redmen Club to Greensboro to the Bar Dinner Theater to eat and watch an Elvis presentation. And it was not bad at all. I sent y'all some photos. And then it all went to pure hell on Sunday when I attended the Miami / actually I should say the Carolina Panthers / JV Miami Dolphin game, and it was an absolute travesty. How you can be up 17-0 basically in the first quarter and then wind up losing the game 27-24. It was a travesty. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna go ahead and get my rants in right now because it disturbs me to no end. The Dolphins, who are now considered the next to worst team in the NFL. I thought they were playing one of the worst teams in the NFL until we got on the field. The only reason why we're not the worst team in the NFL is because we actually beat the worst team in the NFL, which are the New York Jets. And I won't say that was by a handily score either. So anybody want to know why the Dolphins are so poor? I'll tell you right now. Don't even ask. I'll tell you. Starts number one at the top. Head coach Mike McDaniel.
Uh-oh.
Should have been fired last year. And yes, Gregory, you were right over the weekend. I want everybody fired. You're right. I want a new team in Miami. Anyway, I watched this guy. Listen, you know, you find things to look at during timeouts while y'all watching commercials and we're live at the stadium. I find things to look at. This guy stands in the middle of the sidelines with an iPad or a tablet and just looks at it the whole time. He just looks at it. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, is he drawing up plays? What's he doing? Obviously not. And then he's got to look trendy with his little Miami Beach sunglasses and his Jordans and his Capri coaching. I wouldn't even consider them pants. They're pulled up to his calves, and he's sitting out there making a fashion statement. All right, Devin, you know a little bit about this guy. When you have number two, the number two worst thing on the team is number 36, who happens to be a Carolina cornerback. His name would be Storm Duck. Yes. Cool. If he's your number one cornerback, you're horrible already. All right. Number 23, Jack Jones, might be worse than Storm Duck and has a chance. Miami actually has a chance, and he gets a PI on an overthrown ball, which I don't know how it was catchable in the first place, but he has a PI before the ball is thrown, so he's holding, so it's automatic first down. Rasul Douglas, the worst. He might be the worst of the worst of the worst, okay? And then when you got quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, anyway, he's terrible as well. He threw one ball for 46 yards in the air. One ball, and it goes for a touchdown. Why don't you do it more? I don't know. And then I don't even know what else to say. I'm just so disgusted with Miami. Disgusted. All right, man. I got one more rant, and I want to be a little bit more serious about this one because this also disgusts me. and the other thing about this is that, you know, I don't want to portray myself as saying anti-police or nothing to that effect. I mean, we all need to be, you know, patrol. We need our police guys. We need those guys. But let me tell you something. After the facts have come out about I'm going to say it wrong probably, Kyron Lacey, after the facts have been pushed out here, and, you know, he takes his life in April of this year because he was portrayed as basically a murderer. And for this stuff to just come out right now, that basically takes him out of the picture, period, and kind of frees him, for this to come out now after what has this been about a year now? The kid doesn't get drafted, and then everybody calls him a murderer. Everybody calls him this. Everybody, you know, I don't know. You know, I just, we all here know what suicide can do to a family, and I hate to see this happen to somebody like that. And then all of a sudden, you know, here come the facts, here comes video, here comes this, and it should have been handled in a different fashion. It should have been handled properly. And, you know, in this case, he was not proven. He was guilty until he was proven innocent instead of the direct opposite. So that's my two rants right now, and we'll go on.
Man, okay. Devin, got any rants you want to get off your chest?
I got nothing.
I have a rant. Real quick.
Let's hear it.
I could have watched Florida in the swamp beat Texas on Saturday, but I'm not saying names or naming anybody in general. there were some people that wouldn't allow that to happen over the weekend, and that's all I gotta say.
Listen, they say happy wife, happy life. My wife was visiting Jacksonville from Miami. She said this was supposed to be our weekend. I don't know if he's throwing shade at her or if he's throwing shade at his own wife. But we discussed going to the Florida game, just me and him, and I thought the better of it. I said, let me not
get divorced yet. Yeah, I got you. You're right.
Into this, so that's why we weren't in the swamp. But it would have been a good time, I'll tell you that.
But let me ask y'all something, both of you. As y'all didn't beat that team to death, y'all have beat that coach to death, and y'all were still going to go to the swamp to watch the game.
Devin, what was my quote? This is probably the quote of the century. Devin, go ahead and say what I said.
Century. He said, "A day, God, a day in the swamp is better than no day in the swamp." That's what he said.
That's exactly what I said. I said any Saturday in the swamp is better than no Saturday in the swamp. So,
hey, I got a question real quick before y'all. This is a caller or a listener right now that wants to know if they can actually call in. How can they make themselves present at this point in time?
We have to properly vet them first. We have to do a tape delay. So who is it? You mind me asking?
That would be a cousin of everyone's.
He had to be properly vetted, know what his questions are before we can put him on it. No, I really don't think there is. He can comment. We can post them that way, but there's no way to call in or anything.
How do you comment on him? How does everybody get to be in that little, like in that box down there? Not in the, how Mr. Taylor. How does Mr. Taylor do it?
Jake, they just kind of comment. You just comment on Facebook or Twitter or whatever it's posted, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so you can go in there and comment. So that's why you can do it. Yeah. Even I commented on there. So
is that what you said?
Oh yeah.
Well, it was. Oh, and while y'all talking about other things right now, and I'll go ahead and tell y'all, this guy y'all looked up to in the UFC for so long. Yeah. I'm talking to both of y'all.
Banned for 18 months. Is that what you're talking about?
Banned for 18 months because he won't even go to the doping testing. I mean, come on, man. And he wants to be on my boy Donald's card at the White House in June. Come on, for his birthday.
That guy has been on so much. What's a kid version of? He's been on so much snow over the last few years. I think that his mind is just all over the place. I don't think he can control his mind really.
One of our listeners just let us know this just in: Tunstall Volleyball beat Magna Vista in 5 sets. Great volleyball match.
Oh, is that Robin Doss?
No, that would be Lee Abercrombie, actually, from Abercrombie PT.
Lee, we need to talk, Lee.
Yeah.
If you're listening out there, we need to talk. Some more before we get into like all the football stuff. One thing I did see, maybe you guys saw this too. UNC scrapped the Hulu documentary.
Ooh. Say that one more time.
UNC scrapped. They are done with the Hulu documentary already.
Really?
Yep.
I'm just gonna say this.
It must be that bad.
This could not be more of a disaster. Like Gregory predicted how it would be a bad season. I don't think anybody predicted just a nightmare, how chaotic this would be. I mean, this is literally it's just going downhill. It keeps snowballing into something worse every single week. So
I need to ask a question. How can you give up 4 touchdowns in the first quarter?
Yeah, Devin was watching that game. He said it was like 7-0 within like the first couple minutes, and the next day it was like 35 to nothing. I was like, "What is going on?"
I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, it absolutely is ridiculous.
Well, but here's
the thing. I'll just say this, Gary, before we get into high school and everything. I think that so Bill Belichick, they say he's the greatest coach alive, no matter with all the Super Bowls he's got. The thing is, you can take guys in the NFL who are nobodies or who are, I don't want to call them nobodies because there's somebody. You can take guys who are unknown in the NFL and you can win with them because those guys were beasts in college for the most part. I mean, they
professionals
were
too.
They're professionals. When you're taking unknown guys in college, like he was doing, I'm not going to call out any names, but you're taking guys from Holy Cross and all these different schools. You're taking guys who could range from anywhere from a mediocre player to just basically like a D2 player. And I think he's learning that he just can't win with just a bunch of nobodies right now. And it's sad to see.
Yeah, and look, I listened. I don't know if y'all paid attention and watched game day Saturday, but he did a mic'd up thing on the sideline with the boys at the desk, and they weren't expecting him to be full of jollies anyway. But he was actually more pleasant than I thought he would be. But he, I guess I got to give him a little bit of, not necessarily credit, but I guess I got to give him a little leeway because he even caught himself about recruiting classes. They haven't had a recruiting class, and Devin just hit on it. They're taking players that are in the portal that now it's looking like they just want the man at that whatever school they were at. So I don't know. When you get 70 new players in and, you're trying to do a review of these guys on the last second, and who knows what you're getting, man. Like I said, I'm going to give them a little bit of leeway this year.
And I'm going to say one more thing, Gregor, before we move on. There was apparently an anonymous source who came out, an anonymous coach who was commenting, I think at a Group of 5 school, that was commenting on Carolina's recruiting in the offseason, saying that basically Carolina was beating them out for every guy they were after. And this is a Group of 5 school who's usually not after very highly talented guys. And basically just saying, Carolina should be going after a certain type of athlete, a certain amount of skill, and they're just settling for guys who, I guess, just warm bodies. But
Sad. Man, very sad.
We'll get into more of that later. But let's get into some high school stuff. We have an updated leaderboard here.
I guess I probably won this week, didn't I?
All right. I got a gripe about this too. So first of all, I'm one game down for my JF and LCA game last week. Second of all,
you chose not to do that one yourself.
There was a game. So the game at the very bottom of the list. I had to scratch and claw for this. That game was not picked last week. That game was not picked. Gregory tells me, man, I can't believe you picked Gate City in that game. I go, whoa, I did not pick Gate City in that game.
I think you did pick Gate City.
I listened to the podcast. It wasn't even on the podcast. He didn't even discuss it. He goes, we didn't talk about it. I just gave you Gate City for the heck of it. I go,
oh my goodness.
I mean, he's literally trying to sabotage I would be in last place right now.
I believe it.
Anyways,
wow. Accusations already.
Look at the cream rising to the top, though. I mean, what did he leave his space on Thomas Jefferson? Yeah, he did. I can't believe he didn't switch it.
I did say on the podcast, like at the very end, I said, "I know I'm gonna actually go Heritage," but my face was on TJ's side on the graphic, and I said, "All right, fine, Devin. I'll stay on TJ, even though I want a Heritage."
That is a man's move right there.
I think. I mean, we'll get to each one of these games, but I just want to tell you how close I truly was on some of these scores from what I called out. I mean,
what do you mean you're close? Like you said the actual score?
Let's take Alta Vista and Dan River. I said it was going to be 72-14. I think if you go back and listen to the
one game he called, and then I think all of us could have predicted that
65-14. No, hold on just a second. Oh, I don't even see Glenver. Is Glenver on here? I said that was going to be y'all talking about Carroll County. Yeah, it is. There it is. Carroll County gonna give them a game.
Oh, I don't think we ever said that.
44-19. Please,
I don't think
we need to go back and listen to that.
Carroll County.
19. Heritage.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas, you got the 189th best player in the country.
I did say that.
Yeah. 25-7.
Wow, I don't know what to say right now.
I'd be stunned too. I mean, it's how accurate I have become. I mean, really.
Wow.
And let's just say this: somebody's favorite team in the top 10. Somebody's favorite team in the top 10 just don't want to join the podcast for some reason, and I'm not sure what's going on here. And I just want to say this about our interview today. And I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag because we've been chasing this gentleman around for about 2 years now. I think this actually is our second year, and we landed him. And that would be Coach Rocco at LCA. And I thought it was a very, very pleasant and at times very upbeat interview today. I thought it was well. And Devin, let me tell you something. Let me get to the quicks of our interview today. During basketball season, we talk about a special school that happens to play 2A basketball for some reason, and happened to win 6 straight state championships or 5 straight or whatever it was, and recruit from everywhere in the country, basically. And we all know that's John Marshall. I mentioned that today. Well, let me tell you something. This guy was phenomenal today, and he spoke his case today, and he told everybody, and you'll hear it on the podcast, that when they joined the VHSL, they should be basically by VHSL rules and by enrollment. They've only got 580 kids in the high school part of their school. They should legitimately be 2A. But when they joined, they said they needed to play up and play in 3A. And he wanted to elude all comments, and he still gets them for this recruiting aspect at LCA. And Gregory, did he not tell us, when you attend LCA, you have to, as a student, pay $8,000 to enroll at that school. So that's kind of a tough aspect to recruit, and even if he did have a student have to pay $8,000 to attend LCA, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. So, he was very passionate about his team, and understandably so. He's been there for 20 years.
Yep.
Over 250 wins, back-to-back state championships. So he's definitely got a program there.
But you know what the thing was, and I want everybody to know, he gave credit where credit was due, and he knows that Seminole district is the district of all districts. I mean, and we've discussed this before with other coaches. That district is special because everybody in that district has won a state championship. So at some point in time,
I got a little something on that later. So it's gonna be interesting. So about the district talk. Me and Devin talk about it on Saturday. I think you're going to be surprised what you hear.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking
about. Let's get into some scores here. So
that wouldn't happen to come to fruition on Halloween night, right?
Well, not of that. I'm just talking about in general, districts all around the South and Southwest. I think it'd be interesting to see some of that information. But yeah, let's get into some scores here. So just kind of going to the line here. Franklin County, LCA. We talked to Coach Rocco about this. Franklin County's a really good team. They have some good skill players, but they've ran into just a buzzsaw of a schedule, man. Kind of feel bad for them last few weeks, but LCA wins 41-14. Patrick Henry, big over Salem. And I think our conversation with that coach as well, I think he kind of predicted that as well. So 49-7, Patrick Henry. Thomas Jefferson, 7. Heritage 25.
Before you go on, you weren't going to thank him for the text?
we told him to score some more, actually, so they didn't do that. So we're going to talk to him about that. Aiden Slash and David Bradley for Heritage come out for over 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, and over 40 carries. So they got them that win there, looks like, against Thomas Jefferson. A game we thought would be interesting, Radford and William Byrd. Were y'all surprised to see that score at all? 35-7, William Byrd?
No,
really.
Y'all keep talking about William Byrd, so I mean,
I was a little surprised. I thought that would be a little bit closer, but William Byrd, Thomas Toller, the running back there, they rolled. So
yeah.
Carroll County 19, Glenver 44.
How about that score?
No one predicted that to be close. I don't
know
where
that score.
No one predicted that one. I don't know where you got that from, but no one predicted that one. Devin, did you say that would be close?
I never said it. I said I don't think anybody's giving Carroll County a shot to win this game. That's what I said.
Oh my
They
goodness!
had some players.
I listened to the wrong podcast last week. I reckon
they had a guy over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. So I mean, they had some players on the team. Pretty good, pretty decent. Number 6, GW, 27-16 of William Fleming. That game was a lot closer than I think what many of us thought.
Man,
Devin,
really?
Fleming was winning. They were winning going into the fourth quarter. I thought that long drive up to Roanoke, thought it was gonna.
Yeah, jelly legs.
I hope the Matos family is listening and they go off on Devin for picking William Fleming like that.
Yeah, look at his little face over there by itself.
I know.
Kind of like yours up there at Thomas Jefferson Richmond by itself.
I tell it was last week too. I did pick Lord Blood. I thought, it is what it is.
And he's got another one coming up. Nice.
Oh yes, he is here. Mr. Matos is here. He said Devin.
Wow.
All right, so who was Matos? Tell me.
His son's you have to correct me. I think he's a safety on the team. So he just came back from I think injury against Lord Watertot. So.
Oh yes, he was hurt. He didn't play against Glass. That's right. That's who I told you that they were missing that night against Glass.
I'm sorry. I won't disrespect GW like that again. I don't know why I picked against. I picked him against Lord Botetourt. Picked him to lose. I thought it was going to be a letdown at Fleming, but they're just a fourth quarter team, man.
Well, I think Devin, you just hit the nail on the head because that big line just keeps pounding on you for 3 quarters. You get to the fourth quarter. I don't know how you can lift your arm or lift a leg up to try to, get through them. They're just that big. And look, I know y'all seen JF, and I know you've seen LCA. I don't see how they can be any bigger than GW's line. I'm just telling y'all, just seeing them in person. I haven't seen those 2 teams, by the way, so I'm just speaking from what I've seen. This is a huge offensive line, and those 2 running backs have the luxury of running behind them. So I think it's going to be like that. I think the games will be close with GW, but I think they'll take over in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that I said it last week. That line is a problem. I mean, they got some boys on that line. It's a different GW team that I've seen in the past. I feel like the teams in the past, I think they got dominated in the trenches, and that's why, come playoff time, they could not hang with Salem's and whoever else. But it's a different team this year. I feel like I think this might be a deeper run in the playoffs here. Hopefully, not to jinx them or anything. Just going down the line here. Don't want to mention this one, but I guess I have to. Appomattox 62-13 over Chatham. Appomattox is rolling again. Tunstall
is that on there?
It wasn't on there, but I just kind of mentioned some local teams too. Bassett 63-6 over Tunstall. So Tunstall and Chatham they're just reeling last few weeks. I don't know injuries or what's going on there, but Floyd County 21-14 over Patrick County. Allegheny 41-16 over Stewart Strath. I thought that was a little bit surprising to see that one myself.
Looked like Devin was surprised too.
Dallas 59-27 over Auburn. We just mentioned already the Alta Vista game 65-14 over Dam River, and then a huge game. And it's not on I'm on WSLS. They don't have it on here. But Union was a winner over Gate City, which was a rivalry game there in Southwest Virginia. A tough one for the Union Bears, but they come out on top. I think it was like 42-21. I'll have to double check that.
It's 42-21.
It was good. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to get him on here too. Talk to their coach. Union, they're a solid team, man. They're really solid. I wish you guys can get down there and see them like I have already. So
call me Max Preps Greg, but Union is number 1 in 2A now. So.
Yeah, good team. A really good game. I don't know if you saw the highlights of this one. This was on the list, but James River was a 35-34 winner over Martinsville. I think they were down pretty big most of the game. They made like a second half comeback there. So really good game there.
I think Glenver plays James River this weekend, so that'll probably be it's gonna be rough. Oh look,
I'm gonna say something real quick, Big Greg, about James River. Gavin Benz, we talked about him earlier this year, had another 300-yard rushing night with 4 touchdowns. Again, I mean, I don't know how many players have done that twice in one season. That's crazy. So you got to throw out credit.
There's some really good running backs in this side of the state. Yeah. I mean, you know about Toller there at Williamsburg. We talked about Brandon, and I forgot the other kid from GW. I apologize. Lipscomb?
Yes.
Yeah. Jalen Miller at Giles. I mean, I think I said Toller already at Williamsburg, but Slash and Bradley.
Coward.
Yeah, Coward there at LCA. I mean, there's some really good skill players in South and Southwest Virginia. So it's good to see them getting some yards, and hopefully they'll get some offers and whatnot. So we talked to Rocco about Cowart too. He had a lot of great things to say about him, and we've talked to him a lot on social media. Go ahead.
I don't want to throw too much shade, but guess who Chatham plays this weekend?
Oh gosh, who?
Alta Vista, and they're not going to slow up on them.
Tossing out just 60 burgers on teams right now.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's probably going to be 79-7.
Dang.
And it's at home too, so they're not going to let up on them.
I think Deloach will. Since we have history together, we've interviewed him. I think he's gonna. I told him to say, hey, when you play against Chatham, take a little easy on him. I think he's gonna keep that in the back of his mind.
I don't think he will, because he knows he's gonna get to play Chatham every year. They can't walk off the field, and they can't refuse to play him next year. So it ain't no use.
Devin, going straight to the top 10, I know you're working on your whole formula thing here. Did you ever fix that?
Yeah, I did actually. So just put a little bit more emphasis on goodness, what was I going to say? Oh, on an adjusted win percentage. So now teams like for some reason, teams like Rustburg, who somehow they're 0-5, right? But they're just due to their strength of schedule, and I don't know how Max Preps comes up with other stuff there. It's got them ranked a little bit higher than other teams, which they should probably be down towards the bottom a little bit more. But so kind of adjusted it to put more of an emphasis on their the win percentage. Obviously, if you're winning games, then that's what matters most. But and strength of schedule matters a little bit more too. But yeah, I mean, we can get into that, or we can just go ahead to the top.
All right, let's talk. You want to do top? Let's look at the top 10 real quick, and then we'll get into Devin. So, this is last week's information here. So, we had Patrick Henry 1, Liberty Christian 2, JF 3, Heritage 4, Magnetic 5, 6 GW, 7 Glenver, 8 Union, 9 Lower Broadside, and 10 Allegheny. No losses in the top 10 here this week. So, it might be a battle of maybe certain teams move up, certain teams move back. So I don't know. We'll see how we discuss this one this week, or maybe it'll just stay the same. So this will be the interesting part here. Devin, you want to share yours and kind of go over that? Maybe that'll persuade some of us to change some things here.
Yeah. We can go ahead and take a look at it.
All right, let me remove this. All right.
So just taking a look at. So these are all. It's for sure updated this week. I did the strength of schedule because last time I did the strength of schedule on Sunday. For some reason, Max Preps doesn't update it right away. So these are all the current strength of schedules. So this is everybody's updated points for, points against. One thing that me and Gregor were talking about over the weekend is let's talk Union and who was Union playing against over the weekend?
Gate City.
Gate City. So Gate City, I consider a poor loss to, even though Gate City or Union is a top 10 team, a poor loss is a game in which you lose by 21 points or more. So I gave them a poor loss, which kind of hurts them a little bit, but they're still, considered number 3 in 2A right now as far as the net ranking. So kind of looking at this, like I said, early in the season,
wow,
we were around that 2 or 3 game mark. It was LCA was way towards the bottom just because they had that one loss by a lot of points. But now you start to see the cream is rising to the top. If anything, I think Bird has a little bit of a gripe. Obviously, Allegheny is still, they're moving up too. But Bird, if they don't lose that game to Bassett, I think they're for sure definitely in our top 10. I'm surprised to see Northside, Brookville, and Gate City this high. Fleming is always going to be high. It was like this in basketball just because their strength of schedule is always so good, just because they're a higher classification. But you start to see GW rising up towards the top 2. I'll say this, not to disrespect these 3 teams at the bottom, but it is so disappointing to see Tunstall, Dan River, and Chatham, our Pennsylvania County teams, rounding out the teams at the very bottom. I mean, you look at Chatham at 11 and Jefferson Forest all the way at a 30. I mean, it's crazy to see what a difference there is, a stark difference in the teams at the bottom to the top. But
where's Gretna?
Gretna is, let's take a look here. Where is Gretna? Gretna is right now around 30 or so.
Okay. Oh, Devin, we invited Coach Rocco to tune in tonight so that he could see your analysis and stuff like that. I told him he would be very, very impressed.
Yeah, well, I think he might not be too pleased with things right now. I think the only thing that's really hurting LCA right now is just obviously that first loss they had against Ironton, 42-3. That definitely hurt their scoring margin, and it hurt it didn't hurt their strength of schedule, but their scoring margin and adjusted margin of victory or whatnot. It definitely hurt that. So that's why I think that why they're ranked still pretty low there. They would probably be more towards the top just because they have the highest strength of schedule on our list. So I think the more they start blowing out teams, the more they'll rise.
So he talked about that. No, what I was going to say was, so technically in this instance, LCA would get a poor loss.
Yes, I do have LCA, and we can say Ironton is just a powerhouse of a team, but yeah, just losing 42-3 like that, it's just the every other team has to deal with it. So
I think Gregory's getting ready to hit on this, but we learned today that LCA didn't play the Sisters of the Poor by no means. I think Ironton won the state championship 5A last year. They're ranked number 1 in 5A again this year, and that whole thing revolved. Gregory, you help me if I'm wrong. It revolved around 3 Ohio State champions. I don't know what classes it was, but they invited the Virginia State champion in a class.
Delaware and Illinois.
Where was it?
Delaware and Illinois.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't skate around or anything. He just said, "Hey, we opened up with the 5A state champion in Ohio. We were not the same team we were last year. He wishes he had some of those teams he had last year. Maybe it'd been a different game, but that's a tough game to start the year off, especially when you have a young team, a new quarterback, new running back, kind of new everything there. So, but he didn't skate around it. He owned it. So they lost. Is what it is.
He said they weren't complacent whatsoever. They knew what they were getting into.
Yep. So then according to this will be, so the top 10 would be JF at 1 according to your analytics.
Yeah, JF at 1.
Wow.
But that's why that's why games are played and we get to see that LCA beat JF. So that's clearly JF is not a better team than LCA.
That's interesting though. I mean that does help out a lot. So I'm trying to think. So GW, why is GW 16 there? Why are they all the way back there?
I think it's just because GW is not putting up. I don't want to say they're not putting up points, but they're just not blowing out
varying teams.
It's like, if we look at their scoring margin, so the average is 0.63. So if we look down here, anything that's a darker shade of orange than this right here is means that they're below average in terms of their scoring margin. So
which falls right into y'all's lap because y'all don't like a 3-0 or 9-6 ball game. Y'all, it's got to be point after point after point for it to be a big win. So, I mean,
here's the thing I'll point out though: the teams in 3A at the top, really like the majority of our 3A teams are just blowing teams out of the water for the most part, and they all have pretty stiff strength of schedules too. So, I don't know what it is.
I just found the last couple of interviews we've done with certain coaches at certain schools in different areas of the state, they both have said they actually pay attention to these polls, and they commented some of these things don't make sense at all. Like we've seen some polls where they beat a team or beat a few teams that were in front of them, still right behind those teams, but they do pay attention to these things. So I feel like I don't want to brag on us, but I feel like our top 10 has been very thorough all throughout the year. I think you start to see a lot of other polls kind of match what we're doing. So I don't know. It's been kind of satisfying to kind of see that too. To see what we come up with. But yeah, they do pay attention to these things. They like to know what teams are doing well at that time, what teams are kind of flowing. So they do pay attention to this stuff.
I think the quote today was, "We want to know who's trending."
Yep, exactly. But yeah, so let's get into it. So let's discuss here. I don't know how much will change, but we'll see this. One thing that was said last week, and I don't have the audio. Maybe I do. Wait, let me check real quick. Let me check something real quick. I have this. Let me check something.
It's got to be me.
If I had this, I think I saved it. Let me check. Y'all can talk about something else real quick.
Here's the thing I'll say too about what I do like about this like combined rating here. So one thing I've been kind of keeping up with too is like the Virginia state rankings for all these teams. For some reason, and I don't know if this is still the case tonight, but as of over the weekend, it had Glass at 74 in the state and GW at 78 in the state, which to me makes no sense. I mean, given Glass is 2-3, GW is 4-1. Glass also has a loss to GW. I don't know how Max Preps comes up with their rankings, their state rankings and everything like that, or their team strength. But yeah, it seems like our poll or this combined rating is pretty good in terms of being able to rank some of these.
Please
teams.
play it. Please play it. I want to hear it so bad.
What's going on?
Please play it.
I just want to see if he's gonna do this or not.
Oh my gosh. We need some audio here. Oh, they were not a 5A school, but
so we can't.
This is so for people who can't hear right now or can't see what's going on. Big Greg is explaining last week that if Heritage Thomas Jefferson, what they could be number one. Is that what he's saying?
He said if Heritage beats Thomas Jefferson, that he would possibly move Heritage in front of JF.
Oh, just in front of JF. Okay, yeah. I mean,
So
why fight with that? JF played Dubai this week.
So we're leaving Patrick Henry alone.
I didn't say. We'll get to that.
All right, let's go. We're going to it now. So who's number one?
PH
Roanoke is number one.
Coach Fiddler, you're number one.
Coach Fiddler, you're still at one there. So, all right, here we go. Number two.
LCA. Coach Rocco, you're number two right now.
So they're 3-1. PH, did they play last week? Yeah, they won 6-0.
Yeah, they beat Salem 49-7. And I don't see PH losing the rest. I think they played the bulk of their schedule, so I don't see PH relegating number one. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I think when I get to my district talk, I think you'll see why they're not going to be losing another game here. 3 is JF there. You got Heritage. Don't everybody speak at once.
I'll be honest. When I was driving today and I put my top 10 together, I have JF still at number 3.
Oh, wow. What happened?
Here's my paper. I wish I could show you my paper. I backed off. I backed off.
What was it? Why?
But let me make a point. On 10/31, which is Halloween night.
Here we go again.
Yes, sir. I'm going to say it right now. Halloween night. If Heritage beats LCA, which is, I think, I'm not quite certain 100%, but I believe LCA travels to Heritage.
Yes.
Which is across the street, basically. If Heritage were to beat LCA, Heritage will be my new number 2 team. I just can't fault JF for not playing. That's the reason why I kind of backed off.
I'll say this. I think if Heritage stays undefeated and they beat LCA, they would be my number 1 team. I'll say that.
Is that Coward? Is that LCA's Coward right there? Anyways, so I vote to keep JF at 3 as well.
Yeah.
I went back and forth with this one. I wanted to put Heritage there.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Mr. Taylor there from the PH says that
like
Heritage is
calling
beating
it.
LCA.
I
I can
wanted
see
to
that.
put,
I can see that.
yeah.
Oh,
I,
Mr.
Mr. Coward's
Howard
dead.
is here. Hey, we
I wanted
talked
to
to
put,
Rocco about Jaden, man. He knows he has something special there.
He does. He really does.
I wanted to put Heritage at number 3 there over JF, but I mean JF's only loss being to LCA right now. I don't think you can, and you can't fault them
Gosh.
for just
Now,
having a
you know
bye.
what? Now I'm starting to get cold feet. I think, gosh, man, I do want to put Heritage up there at 3. I think that win over TJ. Devin, who'd you say that TJ had that was on that team that was like a 4-star
Yeah,
athlete?
they have a kid named Amari Guff who is like a top 200 athlete there.
They kept him to under 100 yards. I think if you looked at the stats of that game, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's crazy because I was watching their highlights after we got off the podcast, and I was like, man, I should have taken Thomas Jefferson. That is definitely, I mean, that's a huge win. I think we'll see, how Thomas Jefferson plays the rest of the year, but I mean, they were 4-1 heading into that game, or 3-1 heading into that game.
I'll say this too, like the Seminole, that top 3, LCA, JF, and Heritage. I mean, can you think of a better top 3?
Whoa. Hold on a sec.
What's wrong?
Do you remember what Big G, what he was saying a couple weeks ago? I mean, he was saying that who is the district that Salem is in and all those guys?
That's the Blue Ridge, isn't it?
Weren't you saying that the Blue Ridge was so much better than the Seminole district?
No, I did not. I never said that.
No. What
I said was
I said Gregory, not you. I said Gregory said that.
Oh, Gregory said that. Okay. Oh,
Gregory, did you not say that?
What'd I say?
Did you not say? I got to pull up we had a long conversation about how you said the Seminole. I don't want to mince words here.
I hope you find out that you're right, Devin, because
I'm pretty sure.
Because my question to
Nope, I think Big Greg might have cut out here.
Hold on. Let me pull up something real quick because y'all are.
This guy said, "Oh, Gregory,
look at this.
You said the Blue Ridge district is better than the Seminole. You said it's a better district than the Seminole, and you said I don't think it's even close."
Wow.
Yeah, TJ only had 79 passing yards the whole night. Yeah, I think Heritage. I mean, gosh, they could. But we're going back to top 10 here in a second. But I want to bring this up. I did some research over the weekend. Okay. I want to talk about this. So, talking about this district talk. Who has a better district? So I went through each conference or each district and kind of did what their score was in the out of district competitions. So just strictly out of district, okay? So right here, Seminole is 11-12. Piedmont is 13-12. Blue Ridge is 19-11.
Who are their wins against versus the River Ridge?
Hold on. Calm down. River Ridge is 8-19. So that's a big reason why I think that they're going to go undefeated the rest of the way. Patrick Henry. And here's some other ones too. Mountain District, Dogwood, Three Rivers. That's where Glimmer is. They did really good in their non-conference. 22-10. Mountain Empire is 14-20. 13-15 the Southwest. But kind of sticking with these main ones here. So I'll say this. Heritage, JF, and LCA. That's the Seminoles' top dogs right there. After that, it gets a little funky. I mean, they went 4-1 against the Dogwood, of course. So a good team like Gretna, Chatham, all of them, Appomattox. Out of area, they're 2-4. Blue Ridge District, they're only 2-2. Okay, only 2-2 here.
Who were those? Do you know who those games were off the top of your head by any chance?
Top of my head?
Yeah.
Top of my head? Gosh, I do not. Do you know? You have it in front of you?
No, I don't. I was just curious, but
they were. See, I think Miss Taylor even agrees with me. Yep. So River Ridge was 1-1. They were actually 2-3 against Piedmont. So teams like GW and Magna Vista. So that's interesting there. Getting back to Piedmont District, they were right there at 500. 3-4 against the Dogwood, which is surprising actually. The Dogwood had a better record against the Piedmont against other conferences. But this is the craziest thing. Piedmont was 4-1 against the Blue Ridge.
Who was in the Piedmont District?
Magna Vista, Gretna. Magna Vista, GW, Bassett, Martinsville and Danville team. So,
wow.
Greg, you've missed all of this, but We're kind of going over this district talk here. We're kind of talking about this right now. Seminole, we're talking about how they're 11 and 12. Piedmont is 13 and 12. Blue Ridge was 19 and 11 in the non-district. They were 3-1 against
Blue
teams
Ridge is
out of
what?
state.
19 and 11?
Yeah, out of district. They were 11 and 2 against the River Ridge. I mean, just pure domination there.
I mean,
and that's
the River
when
Ridge
this year
has to be one of the worst. I mean, the River Ridge has Blacksburg, Cave Spring, Christiansburg, Hidden Valley, Pulaski County, PH. Their only bright spot this year. Their only bright spot is PH. I mean, they're doing all the heavy lifting. And then Salem. What are the combined wins of the other teams outside of PH? I think those teams have maybe won like 3 games all year, 4 games all year, maybe. I take it back. Maybe like 6. But Salem has only won once. Pulaski County, I don't even know what they've done. Hidden Valley, I don't think they've got a win.
So are you going in on the River Ridge or the Blue Ridge right now?
I'm going in on the Blue Ridge. I think.
So you're saying that their record's overinflated because of the River Ridge.
The thing too is like the Seminole is made up of 7 teams, I guess. I mean, top to bottom, I guess the Blue Ridge would be, I don't know, more deep, I guess, but I think that there's more talent in the Seminole district. I mean, I that's just what I think.
Give me what's the top 3 in the Seminole?
It would be LCA,
Heritage, and
JF.
All right.
JF.
So who comes up? What's after that though? What's after those 3?
Probably Brookville.
And then Rustburg,
Amherst, Rustburg. Oh yeah, Glass is in there too. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're talking power at the top, I'd say Seminole wins. But yeah, I guess if we're talking depth, you got to give it to the Blue Ridge there, unfortunately. But
I agree. I'll say this. I'll go on. I'm saying Blue Ridge as a whole is a lot more tough, and just deep of a district compared to Seminole. I think the Seminoles 3 teams beat the top 3 teams in the Blue Ridge, though. If that makes any sense. I think 2 things can be true.
Very top heavy. Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that.
And I will say this too about the Piedmont. I am actually surprised at their depth too. I think Bassett's coming through the last few weeks. Magnificent and GW right there, top together. I mean, that's gonna be. I forgot when they play. That's gonna be a game you want to be at for sure.
It might be the last game of the season.
But yeah, I would say also about the River Ridge. I mean, just this year, it's been like really bad. It's been actually pretty shocking. Usually, you have Christiansburg doing really well. Usually, you have Patrick Henry. Usually, you have Salem. All of them kind of battling for that top spot. But this year, it's kind of just Patrick Henry by themselves up there, which is just insane to say. Because I feel like most years that River Ridge and that Blue Ridge, at a conference or at a district games are really close, really good games. But anyways, after all that district talk, let's get back to the top 10 here. Week 10. Oh, is that Magnificent and GW? So that's gonna be a game you want to be there. I think it's the last game of the year. Number 5, Magnificent staying still, or we got GW moving up?
I got the Warriors there.
I got Magna Vista number 5.
Okay.
Big Greg hated Magna Vista to start this year. Do you remember that? He did not want those guys in the top 10.
He hated the Piedmont district in general, I feel like. He didn't want Magna Vista, he didn't want GW in there. I mean, he's just gosh. Glenver staying at 7?
Just taking it tonight, guys.
Glenver at 7?
Yeah.
Or do you have Union moving up to 7?
Wait a minute. Hold on. What do we have at 5?
We have Magna Vista.
And then who do we have at 6?
We have GW right now, unless you were moving up someone up in front of them.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't hear GW come through at 6. Okay.
Yeah. So far, top 10 staying the same. PH at 1.
This Yardbird thing is rough tonight. Is all I can tell you.
3 JF, 4 Heritage, 5 Magna Vista, 6 GW, and 7. I guess is staying Glenver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, you don't not think about putting Union up there instead?
No.
No one's going with there. No one's going to limb with me. Okay. I don't understand why. You just sat there and said that they were the top team in 2A.
What reason do you have to move back Glenver? other than Max
Union
Prep.
went on the road and beat a really good Gate City team. And
if somebody's a hater, if somebody is a hater on this podcast, okay,
here we go.
They were at home against Gate City.
That guy up in the top up there, for some reason, cannot stand Glenver.
I didn't say that. You said earlier, Max Prep's Greg said that Union was the top team in 2A. Did he not say that?
He did. He did say that.
So why would you not consider Union above Glenver?
That don't mean they did.
I don't
because
exactly.
Glenver keeps winning.
Okay. All right. So 7 and 8 stays the same.
You also said something false.
What conference is Union? Hold on. What conference is Union in?
They're in the Southwest, down in the Southwest.
All right. So what's that conference record? Let's look at that.
I didn't do all those. I didn't do every conference.
Have that on board?
Tri-Cities.
Of course not.
Oh, you want to compare you talking about the Three Rivers versus the Tri-Cities?
Listen.
That'll be next show. I'll have Three Rivers versus the Tri-Cities.
Thank you, please. And if never mind. I thought Union played Graham this week, but they've already played that day.
Yeah, they beat Graham.
Union destroyed them. Union destroyed them. They also destroyed Allegheny in a benefit game. So
hold on.
Oh, but we're not counting those. I'm just saying we're not counting those. But I'm just saying.
Wow.
If people could say JF beat Patrick Henry in a scrimmage game, I can say that about Union beating Allegheny. But we're not counting it. We're not taking it into consideration. But it is out there. That's all I'm saying.
And we know how that outcome came.
Glenver at 7, Union at 8.
Yes.
And Lower Bottom at 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Allegheny at 10.
Yes.
Wow. So no changes.
If I had to say,
very uneventful. I made this whole thing eventful. I'll say that. But
here's how my rankings would be. I think 3 and 3A would be, or 3 and 3B would be JF and Heritage, and I think 10 and 10B would be Allegheny and Bird. That's how I do that. But
so you're offering ties?
I'm not offering ties. I think we stick with what we got. I'm just saying
that might be worse than me.
I think Bird should be in the top 10. I don't know who you really kick out, but I also think Heritage has a legitimate, gripe to be number 3 there too. So.
All right, so everything's staying the same. Then we'll update this. We'll have a player of the week.
Hold on, so
okay.
We don't need to move on yet. We need to bring us some teams that are in the spotlight here, or who have not made the top 10 or looking outside. So y'all still sticking with William Byrd? They're 4-1, right?
Bassett. I think Bassett's a team that's played well over the last few weeks.
Yes. They are. How about this little team from out in the Southwest? Giles is 5-1.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been a big Giles fan this whole time. I had our player of the week.
Did it get loud in here or what? Jesus.
Yeah, he's getting defensive right now.
I'm just saying, I put some respect to my name. Giles, I agree. I like Giles. Who else you got on there?
Buckingham.
Buckingham 6-0. Floyd's 5-0. But don't look now, boys and girls. Don't look now. Guess who's 4-2?
Mathematics.
Out the Vista.
Both
That's right. Out the Vista. And they will win 79-7 this weekend against Chatham. Here's another one. Virginia High. I didn't even know Virginia High lost. Nobody told me.
They got beat bad.
They're 6-1 now, but they have a toughie on Saturday against Graham. And then don't look again. Here comes the Hawks. Gretna's 4-1.
Oh yeah, I agree. Gretna's
coming on. So,
do you think that?
What? Go ahead.
That's 7 teams. I mean, do we go 15 here? Do we do that or just stay at 10?
Oh no, we got to stay at 10.
Maybe we do our Super 12. Who knows? Another team too who had a huge win over the weekend was Northside. They beat Rappahannock, who came into that game 4-0, a beast out of the Tidewater, and they held them to 7 points. They had been putting up, let's see,
We could legitimately put together a top 25 and be just
We could.
Yeah, but y'all, that's running from the problem. That's all it is to it.
Listen to these scores that Rappahannock was putting up before playing at Northside. They beat Nandua 65-27, West Point 54-8, Westmoreland 71-20, Middlesex 64-10. And then they go to Northside and lose 18-7. So Northside, man, they lost that. They have that loss to Glenver, but they could also be in the top 10 there. Just saying.
Okay.
You ready to pick some games?
Let's pick some games.
Yeah.
Let's bring up week 7 here. Just some games that to watch out for on week 7 here on October 10th. I can get pulled up. Here we go. Yep. All right.
So I'm leading this thing again. I mean,
by one game.
Cream rises to the top, boys.
All right. So we have William Fleming at Stanton River.
God, this lost his confidence. He lost his confidence already.
I did. God.
William Fleming at Stanton River. Who you guys want in this one?
I'm gonna take.
I'm gonna say we also need to correct Brookville's name. They do not have an E in there. They don't have that first E in there, so they're probably pretty upset about that. It's been like that on every graphic. So I had to say something for their sake.
Wow.
Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Perfect. Oh, Jody, we'll get in there. We're getting there.
Oh, Jody Bolero has joined us, huh?
He's already talking about baseball. He said forget football.
Nice. I love it.
I would be upset with football too if my teams all revolve around New York. So I don't know why I just
call out the whole city.
That was unnecessary. I'm sorry, Jody. I don't know why. Anyways, let's go. Dang.
Wow.
Wait, are the Jets doing good this year? Maybe they're doing good.
The Jets are the worst team besides the Dolphins. The only reason why the Jets are the worst team in the NFL is because the Dolphins beat them.
Gosh, man, I felt bad. I should have done that. That's just put Jody on blast. Anyways, William Fleming at Stanton River.
Fleming.
As much as I pull for Stanton River, I mean, they stay in every game. I just think it's time for Fleming to roll. I think it's time for them to pick up the pace. I'm taking Fleming.
Devin?
Fleming.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Cold feet.
Wow.
And look, there's no points given here. There's no handicap in there. You got to pick it straight up.
Man. Give me the Eagles at home.
Ooh.
Give me the Eagles.
I think this one could get ugly. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I think so.
Brookville spelled wrong at Heritage.
Heritage all the way.
Heritage.
Oh, we got some baseball people in here. They're fired up about stuff. We're all going to Heritage. Even though y'all didn't have the courage to put them up there at 2 or at 3 or whatever.
They're just it's just building, Greg. It's just building.
EC Glass at LCA. I think we probably all going to take LCA, but Glass's defense. We talked about Glass's defense being tough, but I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. They haven't been able to put on the big stage yet.
LCA.
All LCA. All LCA. Lord Bottai at Franklin County. This would be a tough one here. Franklin County, like I said, they played just what's their strength of schedule? Can you look up on your little screen?
Yeah, they
we have to have one of the top ones in the South.
Yeah, they are number 2 in terms of like all our teams. They are number 2 in terms of strength of schedule. So
golly, so
right behind LCA.
That's insane. So LCA is the first. Their strength of schedule is number 1, and then Franklin County is number 2. So what about top number 9?
This is a 3A versus a 5A, right?
Yep. Yep. Winston Davenport there at quarterback from Franklin County. Got a couple Quincy Pruitt there on the wide receiver. Daniel there at running back for Franklin County. They have some good skill position players, but I don't know if they have the overall depth to play with Lord Bottai or to beat them.
Here's my philosophy on this one, and I can only look at it one way. I think in a normal week, I would probably take somewhat of an upset with Franklin County, but LB had a bye this week. I think they got a chance to rest up a little bit, get some players, ready for this one. I think they probably looked at some film on the GW game, and I think you'll see Lord Botetourt come out on top of this one.
Yeah, that was a close loss there at GW. Go ahead, Devin.
Yeah, this is a must win for LB. I think. I mean, I think their season is riding on this game right here, and got to bounce back after that GW loss. But I'm gonna go with LB.
All LB here. All LB. William Byrd at Northside. This might be. This can go either way.
This is a good game. This is a really good game.
I think if you're in the Roanoke area, this is the kind of game you want to be at this weekend.
It's the game of the week.
Dumbest Toller running the ball for William Byrd. I'm going William Byrd. Give me William Byrd on the road.
Gosh,
I'm doing it. If I think about it too much, I'd probably take Northside at home. But we've seen throughout the season, it doesn't matter where you play at, really. I mean, it's not like playing in in Neyland or something like that. You're going on the road. You're playing. You just got to play good football, and you can win.
Give me Byrd.
Oh, wow!
I'm going Northside at home here.
Devin by himself. Northside.
Just seeing what Northside did against Rappahannock. I'm gonna hopefully they.
I think Rappahannock was playing. I think they're playing in the wrong conference. People. That's all I think. You can't beat people like that.
Magna Vista long road trip up to Mecklenburg County.
Magna Vista.
Totally unfazed. That would be unfazed. I'm gonna go with Magna Vista here.
Yeah, no jelly legs on this one. Crossing the lake, crossing Bugs Island Lake there.
All Warriors there. Floyd County at Martinsville. Martinsville, a tough team there. Floyd County go on the road. New district for the Bulldogs.
What do you mean? What do you mean tough team there?
They played some good games the last few weeks. Look at that schedule.
Yeah, look at it. Blown out by Glenver.
Oh, come on. Everybody's getting blown up by Glenver. Come on. Put some respect on the Bulldogs.
So they lost to James River?
Lost to Dan River. I mean,
that was early in the season. What game was that?
That was third, yeah. Or fourth, week 4. So
that's Floyd County.
2 weeks ago. I'm going to go.
Give me the Buffalo.
Floyd County here.
All Floyd. Nelson County at Gretna. Nelson.
Oh, no.
Good. No.
Don't. I tried until they lost 57-7 to Alta Vista.
All Gretna there.
Yes.
Ridgeview undefeated going to Union.
So who is Ridgeview? Who is that?
Oh yeah.
They're good, Devin.
Look at that. They're a good Southwest team.
Is that?
They're good, Devin.
This is a Virginia team or a Tennessee team?
That's a Virginia team. Come on now, y'all.
Wow. I mean, they're actually. Dang, they're ranked 103 in the state. Okay,
I told you.
And they're
actually
ranked like one or two in 2A. Ain't this 2A?
Oh, I like Mr. Matthews going Fleming on the road.
Wow.
Who said that?
Mr. Matthews. He said he's going William Fleming on the road at Stamp River. So agreeing with you guys.
Ridgeview is a 2A team. I'm going to go with
Ridgeview is number 10. They're 5-0, but they're
on Union still.
All right, let me give you an opportunity here. Their strength of schedule, an amazing and a whopping minus 27.3.
All Union. Yeah. Talking about haters. Y'all talk about me all the time. I'm hating on Glenver, hating on Alta Vista. You guys cannot stand the Southwest portion of Virginia.
That's not true. I
love
every
time I talk about Union or Gate City, you guys are like,
nope. I love Glade Spring.
All the guys are racetrack out there. They don't know no football.
they're at the Bristol Motor Speedway.
Man, just a bunch of haters out there.
That's horrible. That's horrible. I mean, we love McClung. I mean, everything.
Devin, y'all getting y'all
from Max answer Preps? That question.
It's just from Max Preps. Yeah, we have no other way to get it, so you have to follow what Max Preps says. But.
And as I said since week 1, you can never trust Max Preps. That's just I don't know how they
really
can't. You can trust me though.
We call him Max Preps Greg for a reason. And number 10 here, Bassett at GW. Any shot for the Bassett Bengals?
Man, I mean, I think it's close for 2 quarters. I think it's close at half.
I think this could be a 4-quarter game. I'm still going to go with GW, but Bassett pulled one out at Bird, and I don't think that it would be out of the realm of possibility for them to beat GW. So I'll still take GW.
I mean, we're comparing apples and oranges here, Dev. So I mean, it's GW.
Yeah,
I
I'm
look
going
for
GW too.
I look for GW to open it up. I do.
I'm going GW, but I will say this: the thing you watch out for, I think Lord Bata exploited a little bit of GW's secondary. Bassett loves to chuck the ball, man. If you've seen them play at all, you see
Where's
where
Matos? Where's Matos? He's got to get back in here. He's the king of the secondary at GW. Where are you at, Matos? What happened in the secondary against Lord Botetourt?
Even announcers were saying that LB was exploiting them a little bit through the air, So Bassett loves to chuck the ball. They love to throw the ball around. I forgot the quarterback's name, David something there for Bassett. Dude has an arm, man. He'll put it out there. So
plus, he got the two football players playing for him, don't he? I mean, two basketball players playing football.
Zarik.
Yeah. So there he is. Matos is ready, is what he says.
Right.
Hey, deliver a shot. That's all I want. Just one shot. Deliver it hard.
I'm just saying. I have GW winning, but I'm saying I think it's going to be a little bit closer than whatever it thinks.
And listen. I want to let everybody know that game is kind of special. I will not be there. I will be at a family function in South Carolina. I'll just put it that way. This weekend is a 40th class reunion for the 1985 GW High School Eagles.
Oh, someone sent me a message to my Facebook thinking I asked him I was going through that. I said I didn't say anything back. I didn't want to tell him I wasn't the right Greg Doss.
Yeah, I had to let some of my very good friends know that I wouldn't be attending dinner or the ball game or the reunion dinner on Saturday. See, look, there you go. Antonio was only 60% healthy, but they switched to a 5-3 defense, and linebackers and DBs got confused on side. So it's just a matter of putting it together, Greg. I mean, come on.
I'm not saying JB's going to lose. I just said that Bassett loves to throw the ball, and there was some issues, as Mr. Matos agreed, with the Lord Botetourt game. I'm just saying. But it's something we got to watch out for.
But Matos was hurt against Glass, so he didn't even don the pads on against Glass. So
y'all seem to think that I'm just a GW hater. I'm
not. You are. I mean, it's funny though, Devin. How I started out as the GW hater this year because I said they would go 5-5 and would not make it playoffs. Did I not say that very first telecast? And then when we get to it, here he turns around and changes his mind. I mean, it's just
wow. We really want to do this because I think the reason why he was a hater because we couldn't get somebody on the podcast, and he was really upset about that. But he gave me an interview. He talked about the game, and they're good friends now. So
he's close to my best friend now.
Oh wow, Mr. Reeves said that lots of people are haters on GW.
But hey, listen,
can we ask a question? This is a serious question I have. Okay, you want to say what you're going to say?
No, what I was going to say about GW, and listen, I was totally wrong until I saw them play. This team is huge on both sides of the football, and I don't think we're giving their defense as much credit as we should. And I know, they had some problems with the linebackers and the DBs last week. Okay, I get that, but I'm going to tell you, Chris Law and I still it's timeout. Yeah, you're out. So Chris Law and what is the I never can remember the other kid's name.
Oh gosh,
Jared Deli. What's his name?
Jared Deli. That's a chocolate.
That's a chocolate. But anyway,
Jahari.
Yeah. So those two are beasts on that line, and I think they're gonna continue. And I think Chris Law is a big man. He's a big man. I really feel, and y'all know about this recruiting thing. I don't know if anybody's even looking at the kid.
Oh, he's going to Liberty.
He is going to. He's already committed.
Yep, going to Liberty. Committed to Liberty.
They're getting an absolute steal, is what I'm going to tell y'all. He is a steal for them because I think he could play at any major college in America.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't want this to be like I'm going at GW, but I want to understand an issue here. Okay. And I think we've kind of shared this together when we've talked about things. Why isn't there more of the community at these games? This is a really good GW team, and I'm sure Miss Reeves, I'm sure Mr. Matos, they're in attendance, which is great. But I want to know why the rest of the community's not being there. Like I feel like I don't know, maybe back 10 years ago, like when not, when was I in high school? Like 15, 20 years ago? I can't remember.
Holy
It's been a while. It's been a while. But those games used to be packed. And when you said you were in high school there at GW, you said that was everyone was there. They didn't even have parades or like little things,
Yes.
for games. But looking at the highlights and seeing your pictures, I was like, where are all the fans at?
It was sad. It's embarrassing actually, Gregory, and for a former student there, and to come back and see that, it'll probably be 100 more people in the stands Friday night because of the class reunion and stuff, and that's even sad in itself. I said something to Coach Rocco today about GW used to pack that place. I mean, we used to dress, and I kid you not, there wasn't a JV team, so I don't want to misconstrue stuff. But the varsity would dress 100 players for a football game. So I don't understand what's done happened. I don't know if it's safety. I don't know if it's problems at the game. But listen, I've been to those games on several occasions. There has not been one thing that has happened.
Whoa.
Can you believe that? If he can drive 4 hours to get to those games, why can't people who are 2 minutes away get to that game?
Exactly.
And this is, like we said, this is probably, from what I've seen, this is the most talented I've seen GW, more or most prepared for a playoff that I've seen in some time. So to that line, they've been getting dominant on lines the last few years. They play against Salem or other teams in the playoffs. But this team, they have a line and they have a good team. I mean, do you think it's how they played in the playoffs the last few years? Maybe it's like they've kind of lost. Hey, GW can go 9-1 and lose the first round of the playoffs. I don't know. I just don't want to.
Yeah, but I was at that game last year when they played Salem, and there was nobody there. Salem had as many or more people than the GW side did. So I can't really see that argument either. I hate it. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I just think it's just a lack of community effort, and I just think people would rather be indoors playing a video game than going out to a game. I mean, think of all the student sections you see. Devin, I know you was at the JF game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at their student section. I mean, they take up half the stands.
Yeah, that's what it should be like at GW.
And it's not.
No, that should be our question of the week.
When we used to go to games when we were kids, I mean, the stands were packed, man. There was just so much pride.
They would sit on the hill. They would sit on the hill on both sides of the stands, and you play football basically near the school almost if you wanted to be a bunch of kids.
And I know I'm going back a long, long way here, but I was I actually held the chains for part of the 1982 state championship game against Lake Taylor, and there was 12,000 people at the game. I mean, you could not find a place to sit, stand, whatever. It was just amazing, and I don't think we'll ever see that again. I really don't. It's sad to say.
Well, even the GW faithful here tonight, Miss Reeves and Mr. Matos, they agree. They agree. Not sure what it is. I don't know. Maybe we should reach out to. I don't know. Maybe we can do something. Maybe we can help out. I don't know. Maybe we can go to a game and see what we can do.
And look, they even have a great run out. I mean, they got a helmet that sits at the end of the stands. I mean, at the end of the steps they come down, and they run through this helmet and have a great entrance into the field. People should be going berserk when they do this, man. They play.
I don't want to ask. I haven't seen any highlights, but what's their basketball? Is it basketball games packed, or is it still kind of the same thing?
I haven't been to we didn't make a GW basketball game last year except for the one on the road. So, I mean, I thought Devin, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I thought they had a good travel crew with the basketball team.
I feel like their basketball team gets a little bit more support than the football. I don't know if it's just because of years past, GW has not been the traditional powerhouse they used to be in football, and maybe people are just a little bit down on them. But I feel like over the last 2 years, they've really made some strides. And live stream, there it is. That could be it. But
yeah, I mean, if you can, I mean, you can, especially when these days where you can take your phone and watch it on your phone, you can cast it or do whatever you want to a TV. And you don't have to go very far. But I just always think like being at these games, it's just so much better than watching it on TV or stream. I don't know.
When he mentioned something like that, I mean, it almost looked. I know this is a little far fetched, but it's almost like one day there's just going to be a field and the teams are going to show up to play, and then there's going to be TV cameras, and then everybody's just going to be watching via phone or computer, and I think it sucks.
That was basically COVID. We were watching just streaming games.
Yeah, I think COVID might change a lot. I think people just aren't willing to come out as more. They get used to being at home. So it stinks because I feel like there's a lot of good football, a lot of kids you can go out there and watch. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can help out that situation. But yeah, I agree. I watched Chuck and I watched Six Man Network too. Like they do a good job. So I understand that too. But get out there and watch those games, man.
And I know GW has a great coach, and they actually have a great athletic director in Mr. Danaher. I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, they're in the right direction. I mean, I know Nick has had it tough in the playoffs, but hey, Nick makes the playoffs.
Yeah. Anything else on high school before we? I think we kind of beat the dead horse on high school football.
Yeah.
Any chance of James River pulling out an upset against Glenver this weekend, or no?
Oh, did you want me? So what you're asking me is what the score is going to be? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. It's going to be 49-13, and I don't see your guy getting 300 yards. I think he may get 30 this weekend.
Oh wow! I think Ben's gets over 100 though.
Yeah, he's gonna go off now.
No.
So yeah, I agree. I do the same thing. Oh, I don't do this. I watch live streams both days. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, but I will. Hey, let all the fans know I will be in town October 17th through the 25th. So I'll be at some games. We'll be at the Averett game, Averett in Hampton City on that Saturday.
We got that massive schedule for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's packed, man. I have a busy District 2 sports schedule. I'm going up there to work. I'm not going up there to have fun or relax. That's for sure. I mean, I hope I get to see y'all at some point, but I got things I got to do.
I got you. Appreciate you working without us, pulling the load. I know your back's probably going to be hurting that week.
I mean, I have to go sit there and listen to somebody talk for 2 hours, have a dinner, and it's tough to do, man.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be at that. Don't you worry. My back's gonna be hurting.
I hope so, because if you're not, Mr. Myers gonna be all over you. Man, let's get into some.
I definitely want to see Roger live and in person. I really do. I think it'll be fun.
I mean, he was hilarious just on our podcast himself. So being in there in person, I think is gonna be even better. But I don't know if you guys saw the ODAC action over the weekend. You didn't see anything?
No,
Huge upset.
I'm just shaking my head, man, because I was kind of hurt over the weekend. I was really hurt because I just thought deep down inside, and I've said it many a night when we've been on here, Hampton-Sydney was getting ready to experience something really, really special.
Yeah.
And just to see it, I mean, it hadn't gone down in flames, don't get me wrong. But look, and we can get into this a little bit further, and I know we will. But when you give up 351 yards rushing, you ain't gonna win no many ball games. I mean, I don't think you're gonna win any games. I mean, 351 yards on 63 attempts and 5 touchdowns. That's rough. You just can't win that way.
Yeah. I was shocked. I was watching that game on Flow Sports. Shout out to Flow Sports if they're listening. But it's just they could not stop. They couldn't get off the field, man. It's like they have like 3rd and short or 3rd and whatever. It cannot get the stop they needed. They would come back and answer. Could not get the stop they needed. They just could not do it.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, I forget the little guy who the premier running back. I think he's number 3 for Washington.
Oh, I have an interview with him coming out tomorrow. So Anthony Crawford.
Okay, so I mean, nobody on the team actually went for 250 yards. They all ran for 100 or 100 and whatever. 100. I think he had 111, 100 and something like that. But nobody they just trounced them. I mean, they just absolutely went trodden over top of the Tigers.
Y'all have to hear that interview. I mean, he talked about the keys to the game. I would play that. I think I have a clip of him talking, but you said the audio didn't work earlier, so we won't do that. But he mentioned they just had to stay in their game plan. They have multiple guys who can rush the ball, and if you watch that offense, it's kind of like watching Navy and Army, that wing T and all that option stuff. They fake it to this guy, and the other guy gets it, and I mean, it's tough to stop. But Randolph Macon was able to do it. I mean, they got some yards on Randolph Macon, but Randolph Macon held them to 7 points, I think, total or something like that.
Well, what makes me wonder is, I know, hey, both of them are 2-1 in the conference now.
Yeah.
But how in the world is Washington Lee? I mean, just looking at one game, the eye test, how are they 2-3?
Yeah. I talked to Anthony about this too. They played a difficult first 3 games. And not the far as their non or 2 games out of conference, and then to start their season off, they started with Randolph Macon in conference, and then they play Hampton Sydney. I mean, that's 2. Maybe I can't remember their schedule here. Let me see if I can pull up their schedule.
Washington Lee threw the ball 4 times on Saturday. 4 times.
For 111 yards.
For 111 yards. 3 completions for 111 yards. I mean, that's crazy.
And it's not like Carter had a terrible game. He threw for 254. I think he had to they intercepted him late to seal the game. But Terry Hicks, once again, 126 yards rushing.
Yep.
I mean, look at this. Their first 5 games, or 4 of their 5 games here. Played 7 Salisbury at home. Go on the road to Ohio and play Wittenberg. Lose that one by 3. Play Guilford, get the win there. Then they have to go to Randolph Macon, and then they have to go to Hampton Sydney. I mean, that's the tough 5-game stretch there. But I mean, they're set up for the rest of the season, though. I mean, they have Gallaudet, who just lost 55-0 to Guilford. They have Bridgewater, who's 0-3 in conference now.
Yep.
I mean, that's a huge shock in itself. Go to Avery. I mean, I don't think we need to say anything about that.
Nothing.
They get Roanoke College at home, and they go to Shenandoah at the end of the year. So those last 2 games will be very important. But if they can win out, they're going to cause some issues with the ODAC there, especially if Hampton City can get Macon there at the very end. That's going to be very interesting.
I thought I didn't watch one down of the Roanoke Macon game, but I thought, just looking at the score, looks like Roanoke kind of hung in there.
Yeah, it was. I think it was it was like 10-10 or something, or 17-10 at halftime. Or Roanoke was doing pretty good in the first half, and then Randolph Macon, they just kind of lean on you in the second half, and they just kind of wore them out. So, I'm trying to pull up the game here. Yeah, it was 14-10 Macon there at halftime. So it was a close game, and like I said, just kind of wore them out in the second half. So,
is Randolph Macon back at y'all's top team in the conference, or I mean,
I think
Sydney was going to win the conference. So
I think it's just that puts a lot of it's screwed up now, man. It's really screwed up now because Hampton City has to win that game to end the year, then to kind of force a tie.
So
I don't see Macon losing any other games.
No, I don't either. Can I say it this way and not chicken out? I mean, I'll stick with my pick, but I just want to say that if you have games where you give up 250 to 300 yards rushing, you cannot win. You cannot win.
But I still say this, and we've said that I think Hampton City is still playing above that ranking for sure, that preseason ranking of 5. I think they're much better than that, but I just don't know if that loss to Washington Lee, that puts a wrinkle in a lot of things as far as like winning the conference now. Because I mean, it could come to that last day where they're playing against Randolph Macon, and winner of that game wins the ODAC. But now you got to win that game. You got to hope that possibly Randolph Macon loses one or something. I don't know. I don't know how the tiebreaker will work out in that way.
I mean, do you think the number 24 ranking went to the head?
I think it did a little bit. I think it did for sure.
And Macon wasn't ranked, so I mean, I guess I can see it working against you a little bit,
But like I said, this could be something. Maybe this is good for them. I mean, you never say not a whole lot of positives you can look at in the loss, but if there's one positive, I mean, maybe this kind of puts them back on track. Like, hey, we're no longer ranked again. We win the rest of our games now. I don't know. Don't know what's going on in the locker room. I'm sure that's not what's going on. I'm sure LeVara probably had this guy's focus, but.
Well, they're off this week, aren't they? I think they're off this week.
I can check. Maybe they are.
They are.
There is a game that, I mean, Avert at Randolph Macon, they have 0 chance. I mean, 0. This could be brutal early. I don't know which Shenandoah team is out there either.
Yeah.
I think Macon, Shenandoah, Washington Lee for sure. I think the Roanoke College at Bridgewater game is going to be.
I think it's going to be a really good game. I really do.
Was Bridgewater's 0-something in conference right now? Or they are me check the standings. They're 1-2 and 1-4 overall, but they've also played some games and they kind of shot themselves in the foot a lot of these games too. So I think they're still a pretty good team. Roanoke 3-1 played was it Randolph Macon and Gallaudet in conference. So not a lot, not a lot to go off of there either. So it's kind of two opposite teams there.
I'm gonna pick Roanoke. I just think I just don't think Bridgewater has played to their abilities. In other words, I don't know. I don't know when they're going to make that turn for the good.
Yeah. And then week after we'll be at that Hampton Sydney Averett game there at 4 p.m. in Danville. Yeah. I do want to pull up the SAC real quick because we have a team in the top 24 now. Or top 25. I think Henry moved up to 24, Devin? You know what they were?
For some reason, I thought they were like 21 or 22.
Maybe, yeah, that's what it is. But also, Virginia Union's also in the top 25 there, too. So 2 Virginia teams in top 25 there in D2. But Emory Henry, another win over Carson Newman, a really good one. I think Carson Newman played Lenore Ryan tough or beat Lenore Ryan the week before. So a good win there. Coach, oh my gosh, Coach Bass. I couldn't think of his name. Coach Bass and the guys lose to Anderson there, 50-7. Just an up and down season for UVA wise. It's just
it's either real close or beaten.
Yeah. Lenore Ryan over Valdosta State, good win there. Mars Hill loses to Catawba 42-28, and then Wingate loses to Newberry by 1 in overtime. But yeah, I think 21 there for Emory Henry. Look at the standings here. Yep, they're at 4-1, and then the SAC 5-1 overall. A lot of teams there, right? Kind of like the ODAC. Like you got 3 or 4 teams right there of all one loss can play themselves into the conference championship. But nice to see Quentin Hunter and the boys kind of get the win. We had a great conversation with him too. So, Devin, who do you say he kind of played in his offense, or who was the assistant coach kind of taught him some offense?
I think Timmy Chang at Hawaii played a pretty big role in his. Yeah, I mean, I never knew that Timmy Chang was coaching at Emory and Henry before he was coaching at Hawaii. That's crazy.
Yeah. So Virginia Union and Emory and Henry there in the top 25 there in D2, and I don't think we have any teams in D3 now. So maybe Randolph Macon get back there.
Oh, Randolph Macon is in the top.
They are back.
They're number 25 now, or 24, I think.
Okay. All right. It's good to see. Good to see. Pop has something on his mind, but before we get there,
Timmy Chang comment for some reason.
That's because I always tell you, Timmy Chang was an awesome quarterback, and he's leading the Fighting Rainbow Warriors out there. Yeah, but y'all don't concentrate on Timmy Chang. Y'all concentrate on that little bandbox of a stadium they play in.
Hey,
it's a high school field.
I've been to Hawaii. I've experienced.
I think GW has more seating than Hawaii does at their stadium.
Whoa!
They had to get out of that big stadium because it was unsafe, unfit over that way.
They had any fans to put in there. They're like they should be in like usually where the UFL teams have kind of switched stadiums because they're playing in too big of a stadium.
I hope Timmy Chang's not listening tonight.
That's what Hawaii had to do.
He won't come on the podcast.
Here's what I'll say about Hawaii. It's kind of crazy to think about how small that island is, or how small those islands are, and how much talent. I mean, they got guys going to like Oregon and USC and Washington left and right. It's crazy. I mean,
everywhere but Hawaii.
Anything else as far as we're going into some D1 action, or we're going straight to the playoffs?
What playoffs would that be?
MLB.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's do some D1 first before we go to the MLB.
Any certain games you guys want to talk about? I mean, of course, we talked about Florida beating Texas. Arch Manning, man. I mean, I don't know.
He's not good.
All right. So since we're talking about that, I'm glad this is a good segue to this game right here. Number 6, Oklahoma. Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. Y'all can help me here. Number 6, Oklahoma, which is 5-0. Okay, they could get is his name Mateer? Mateer. They could get him back this week. He may play. I heard today that he's mending well after 3 weeks. We'll be playing in the Red River Shootout against Texas. That is 3-2, and Texas is giving 1.5 points? Please explain that to me. 5-0, number 6 team in the country. How do you get? How are they giving points?
It's all about the name.
I mean, don't you have to take Oklahoma and take that 1.5?
Here's the biggest storyline out of the weekend, and that is Penn State losing to.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh!
The craziest loss I think I've ever seen. Winless UCLA, who couldn't beat.
Looked bad. Who's looked really bad.
We're terrible.
Did they really say that Neuheisel's son or something like that was the OC for that?
Yeah.
Or just being the OC? So I don't know if I put a wrinkle in things, but still, like, you have Nico and a team that's just fired their coach and you lose on the road to a, look like a Hawaii Warriors crowd out there. I mean, there's just no way at the game. It's crazy.
All right. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. Number 7 goes to number 3 this week. I don't know if anybody's looked. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this ain't even going to be close. This is going to be 42-7.
Yeah.
Oregon, the Ducks will destroy Indiana.
And the thing is, what's the head coach there at Indiana? I can't think of his name all of a sudden.
Cincinnati.
He's been talking smack every week of the season, about some other coach or something like that, blah, 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 SEC something. What's he got on the podium today say? Well, Oregon's a good team. They have a really good team. Coach Lanning, he's a good coach, blah, blah, blah. Hey, that dude's scared. He knows he's about to get whooped.
He does. You're right. You're exactly right.
I think he's playing mind games. I think he's just playing mind games. I still think Oregon wins, but he's playing mind games.
So does Alabama have a chance at Missouri?
I think they do for sure. I mean, I don't think Missouri. I mean, they play Kansas so far, maybe. I can't remember who else they play, but they're not always tested. Missouri's gotten away with some kind of murder or some kind of crime behind the scenes to get the schedule they've had in the SEC. I don't know. I really don't know. Florida plays every team that's ranked in the top 5 or top 10, and Missouri plays nobody in the top 100. I don't understand it.
So here's the game. I think that's just maybe it's way too much headlines. Way too much headlines. Ohio State goes to Illinois. Both ranked.
I think that is going to be close. I think it's going to be close.
I just can't see it. There's no way.
Bielema, the way they play football, I think they have a chance. I think you have to slow down Ohio State.
Listen to this. Did Indiana not beat them 63-3 or 60-something? They beat them by 60 points. There's no way that OSU doesn't walk the dog on them.
Was that at Indiana or Illinois?
It was at Indiana, but I don't even see what that makes a difference.
Illinois, they play tough football at home. They beat some teams at home the last few years.
SC for one.
Huh?
SC for one.
Yeah, see. Florida beats.
I tell you what would be a good game. Oh yeah, Florida. Wait a minute. Let me get back to that one real quick. I think this will be an interesting game on Friday night. I think USF and North Texas will be a good game to watch. Actually, North Texas is 5-0, and USF is 4-1. But USF has given 1.5 at North Texas. Now let's get back to that game. Florida is playing Texas A&M. So, as I boldly stated the other night, you guys just bought your coach for another year.
No.
Unbelievable.
I tried to tell him that.
Oh, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread now. He beat Texas.
No. Listen, every Gator fan pulls for Florida to win no matter what, but we still want Billy Napier fired.
I don't believe it.
You'll have a couple of there who still want Billy Napier around, but most people don't want Billy Napier around. He's just he's the definition. If you look up insanity in the dictionary, it's gonna be a picture of Billy Napier's face in there.
This guy is going to be the coach. He's going to wind up coaching at the University of Florida for the next 10 years.
So if he
he's got to win one game a year.
He knows that UNC's in a dumpster fire. He wants me to be in the dumpster fire with him. But listen.
You know who I feel sorry for the most?
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Lane Kiffin. He cannot get to Florida because this guy's in his way.
He will, mark my words, he will be at the University of Florida come January 5th.
And then he's gone.
Yep, then he's at Florida.
Not after this.
Because they're going to lose to Texas A&M. They play Mississippi State at home. That's a tough game. That could be a loss there too. They play Georgia right after that. That could be 3 losses in a row. You're 2-6 at that point.
So my point being, why would you wait for that?
I know. No one knows. No one
I've
has
been saying it
figured
for
out.
2 years. Why wait for that?
I don't know.
But I will give some credit to where I haven't given credit at all this year. I think Miami is a much better team than what I originally thought. I did not realize they were that good on defense. I really didn't.
And the thing is, if you watch the game against Florida, if Florida had somewhat of an offense, if they just put something together, they had a chance to win that game. They've had a chance to win it every game. They just cannot put together an offense.
That would have got his job saved even earlier.
It would have, if he would have won those games. Yes, I agree with you. He would have been here for years. But I will say this: Lagway looked so much better last week. I don't know if it's because of the bye week or something. He could work on himself. But he made a pass. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. He did a sidearm pass through a pocket on the line that was a pro ball right there. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, this kid might be back. So, so be it. If Lagway leads them to an undefeated season from here on out, so be it. I guess we'll have Billy Napier next year. But
I think if he beats Texas A&M this week, I think for sure he's back one more year.
How about Nebraska 4-1 at Maryland 4-1? That's gonna be a good one.
I was absolutely shocked that Washington beat Maryland at Maryland last week. I was.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen.
That's Devin's voice.
Yeah. Why y'all sleeping on Washington so much?
What
do you think? Because they were supposed to beat Ohio State to death, I think.
Kansas beat they beat UCF on the road. You think they got Texas Tech? Maybe they can do the same thing or no?
That's another team. I should have mentioned them as well. I did not realize Texas Tech is the team that they are. I never expected that. I really didn't.
I think this is a must-win game for this team, and maybe not for the team, but for the coach. And it's hard to put this as a must-win game, but I think you have to be on national television, and it's the Deep South's oldest rivalry. 10 Georgia at Auburn. Those fans are not happy with I can't think of his name, but the guy who left Liberty to go to Auburn.
Oh, that's Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze. So that's a must win. I think for Hugh Freeze, I think you got to get that win.
Yeah, definitely.
Michigan at USC. What do you guys think about that one? 4-1, 4-1.
This is like such a snoozer of a game for me. I don't like either of these teams. I thought USC was good until they lost to Illinois. Michigan stinks.
This guy just said that. This guy right here, who had a Michigan cell phone case for like 10 years.
I like Denard Robinson, man. Shoelace.
Let me tell y'all something. I thought there was some really good college football games this weekend that I guess the teams that were supposed to win won. But I can't think of a better win than 38-30 with the Cincinnati Bearcats beating Iowa State. I never saw that coming. Never saw it. You predicted that.
What I tell you guys last week, I said, watch out for this game. This is gonna be a really good one. I can see Cincinnati win this one at home. And Devin's like, he said the exact words. Oh, that's a snoozer for the Big 12. Cincinnati, Iowa State. That's a snoozer. Well, did you not say that last week? Come on, you said that.
I think I said it was a boring brand of football.
He did. The boring brand of football. That game was electric.
I mean, that just goes to show you that was a big win for Nebraska in that first game.
There's some good West Coast games. BYU going to Arizona, and then Arizona State at Utah. So those are 2 good ones there in the not Pac-12.
I'm just sitting here trying to look at some of these games. Hey, Gregory, your guy, 5-0 at UNLV. He's got the Air Force coming in. He's going to be 6-0. Look at him.
All right, sounds like we need to move on to the MLB. Can I say? I'll say this, and I don't care if people get mad at me or not. I have not watched a game besides the Yankees and Red Sox series.
I haven't either.
And I think it's just because the Braves took so much out of me this year, just completely sucking tail, that I just cannot. I don't know. I watch bits here and there, but I just don't. I can't watch a whole game. I can't watch playoffs.
Well, I'm sitting there looking at tonight's scores, and everybody wants Booney gone, but they come back from 6-3 and they're up 7-6 now. So
it's a best of 5, right?
Huh? Bottom
Best
of 5.
Yeah, the series
best
is
of 5. Yeah, yep.
So Yankees have to win 3 straight, basically, right?
Yep. I don't see that happening. Mariners beat the Tigers, so they're up 2-1.
Are you surprised at all that the Blue Jays? I mean, I know they had a decent offense, but they put some runs in the first 2 games on the Yankees.
All right, I got to get into something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. They have beaten the tar out of the Yankees. They have. All right, so today's talk on sports radio was this. Did anybody watch the Dodgers and the Phillies last night? I did not. Okay, so the big play happened in the ninth inning, I think it was, whereas I don't even know how you say this cat's name, Castellanos, or whatever his name is. He knocks in two runs on a single. He winds up at second base. I think they get a guy at first, maybe, and the guy comes up with 1 out, left-hander, and the Dodgers call a conference, and you just have to go back and look at this. They call a conference. Anyway, Robbie Thompson calls for a bunt. Well, the Dodgers put the wheel play on and get him out at third base by a pretty good margin. I mean, it wasn't bang, bang by no way. So the talk on the radio today was, by all the Philly fans, of course, was, that the wheel play is on. Why do you still bunt? You can still beat the wheel play if you put the bunt down in the right spot. And I don't understand why people don't understand that. If the third baseman is going to charge, which was Muncy, and you're going to send your shortstop to third base, why do you bunt the ball to the third base line?
Yeah,
you don't. You either go pitcher or to the first base guy side, and at least make them have to. If they're going to take that chance of going for that play, then at least they're going to have to throw across the infield to get the guy at third base, if that's really what they want to do. So I get tired of people who don't follow baseball and are just basically fans that don't think about things. I sat there last week and we talked about the Red Sox and the Yankees, and I said, Rafaela, if you can't bunt the ball as a major leaguer, you shouldn't be playing in the major leagues. Now, I know that's a bold statement and probably shouldn't be made, because he does, 9 times out of 10, he's going to put the ball in play. But I really stand by that, because you should have – how can you not get a bunt down? How can you not get a bunt down? You bunt strikes. You're a professionally paid athlete. You bunt. But I'm just saying – you need to go back and look at that play last night. The kid I forget who it was bunting, he bunts it straight at the third baseman, Muncy. Muncy has the perfect play. It's right to him. All he has to do is turn around and make a perfect throw. And there's ways of beating the wheel play. Definitely. So,
I mean, I don't know. I know they play tomorrow, Mariners and Tigers, but ESPN already has the Mariners in the ALCS, so.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's I've heard it's an assimilation where we're just kind of waiting on these games we play. We already know the winners. I don't know.
Brewers are taking care of the Cubs, basically.
Yep, so Brewers up 2-0, Dodgers up 2-0, Toronto's up 2-0, and Seattle leads 2-1. They play tomorrow.
Everybody plays tomorrow if it continues on, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
So if Yankees win tonight, they'll play tomorrow. So you'll have 4 games tomorrow. Have you? A lot of people had been upset with these time slots. Were you upset with anything like that? They had the Guardians and the Tigers playing at like 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, yeah.
Yankees and them playing at 6, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you are a fan of a fan of a fan, I mean, you're gonna watch your team. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
I mean, can't everybody play at 8 o'clock or whatever prime time? Not everybody can do it. I'm sitting here looking at something really funny, and I've never seen this. So The Brewers and Cubs play tomorrow. I don't know if it has a time. Oh, yes, it's 5:08 p.m. Yeah, and then the Phillies and Dodgers play at 9:08. Are you looking out there on what network they play on tomorrow? I've never seen this.
TBS or True TV?
Do you see what's underneath of it?
I don't know. I see TBS or True TV.
Okay, on ESPN it says TBS True TV / HBO Max.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
I've not seen it. HBO has sports now.
Oh, I have. If you have HBO streaming, you can watch like CBS stuff on there.
No way.
Yep.
I did not know that.
I watched some hockey games over the playoffs on HBO Max. So, yeah.
Welcome,
you can watch
welcome to the future.
Welcome to the future of sports streaming. Right now, regardless of what happens with the Yankees and Blue Jays tonight, who do you have as your World Series champion?
Man.
I think I gotta go Dodgers.
Still Dodgers?
I got to. I mean, I had Red Sox beating the Dodgers in the World Series. I'm going Dodgers and Blue Jays.
Do you think that NLCS could? I mean, if it's potentially Milwaukee and Dodgers, that you think Milwaukee give them? It could go 6-7 games, or do you think that's no?
I think it could go 6, but the thing about Milwaukee that they do have that they got more than they have more than most people have. They got a bullpen that they could probably throw every night actually and get some length out of that. Whereas I don't think that these guys, such as the Yankees, definitely can't throw their bullpen every night. I don't know about the rest of them, but I know for a fact that the Brewers can.
Mm.
Gregory, you also hit on something a few minutes ago that took place tonight.
I did. What I hit on? Baseball?
Mm.
What was I can't remember what I hit on.
Tonight was the opening night of the NHL.
Oh yes, Capitals play somebody tonight. I can't remember.
No, they didn't play them. Not tonight.
They play tomorrow.
It's only 3 games tonight. Yeah, Caps play the Bruins tomorrow.
Okay, that's what it is.
But the Panthers raised their banner tonight, so that's their 2 in a row. They're going for the 3-peat.
They beat my Blackhawks too. So
they did.
I'm happy for any team to win in the America for the NHL. As long as the Canada team doesn't win, I'm fine. I'm good.
And the Canadians hadn't won in a while, have they?
I got a fun question for y'all.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. Let me put this together quick. Go ahead and talk what you're talking about.
He's got to dig it up. I'm trying to look at the who I got for the cup this year. I can't see the Panthers and the what is this? I forgot who they played now.
Did they play the Oilers last year?
Oilers, yeah, both years. Back-to-back years it's been the same teams. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take my LA Kings and they'll play the I think they'll play the don't the Toronto Maple Leafs have to make it one year? I'm gonna say the Maple Leafs and the Kings.
I'm gonna go Canes and the I'm gonna say Canes and either the Knights. I just can't see Edmonton getting back 3 years in a row. I mean, maybe they can. I'm gonna say Canes and the Knights. I think that's who my Stanley Cup would be. I'm gonna go with Canes. I think it's the Hurricanes' year.
Wow. Who's the best rivalry in hockey?
In hockey?
Yeah. It's gotta be part of the original 6, right?
It's gotta be. It's got to be Boston and
Toronto.
No, I would say Toronto and Detroit, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's what I would say. I mean, I would say Avs and
Montreal.
It used to be, but
I'll tell you this right now: the best. Y'all have seen it. The best 30 for 30 is Detroit and Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of the best series that you're ever going to watch on a 30 for 30. Those guys hated each other. I mean, hated each other. And there was a lot of blood spilled during that rivalry.
All right, here's my question tonight. What is the best rivalry in all of sports? And I'll give you some examples here. UNC Duke in basketball, college basketball. USA versus Mexico soccer. Red Sox Yankees in MLB. Ohio State Michigan in college football. Cowboys versus Redskins is probably the most predominant one there in NFL. And then kind of give me your top NHL rivalry.
I mean, are we picking like which one we think is the most gruesome or the biggest?
I think probably the biggest one that is like, you know, you're going to see some scrappiness. You're going to see that these teams basically hate each other.
I mean, I think my easy pick would be Carolina Duke with Montross getting those elbows and stuff in his face and getting cut up and stuff like that. But I've seen a lot of Yankees Red Sox games go downhill, and I remember Veritek having to take out Rodriguez at the plate. When Rodriguez wanted to go out after the pitcher, and he basically chunked him in the face. And I mean, I saw Pedro throw Don. I can't think of what Zimmer on the ground. In the playoffs. I mean, I have to go Boston and New York.
I mean, the only thing about that rivalry for me is like, it just seems like they don't hate each other anymore like they used to. It seemed like
I agree with that.
It just seems like it's the most cordial rivalry ever now. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure the fans still probably get it.
Probably a lot to do with Red Sox just not being great the last 3-4 years.
Yeah,
it seems like. For me, just going off this list here.
He's going USA Mexico. I see it right now.
USA Mexico is probably my number one rivalry.
You I don't think know what it's the greatest rivalry in sports?
I'm not talking about, maybe not for everybody. For me, it is. Like, if
I thought we was picking what we thought was the greatest sports rivalry.
I want to know what you think is. What you think? I don't want to know what everyone.
I would say Duke Carolina's is mine.
Yeah, Duke Carolina for me too. But I think Ohio State Michigan is like the most consistent. Like, these guys hate each other. Like, every year when they play, it gets chippy, and that's a rivalry.
I think those are my top three. I think Ohio State, Michigan, UNC Duke, and USA Mexico are my top three. I think most hated rivalries in all sports. But for me personally, when USA plays Mexico, there's something that's in me that just, I hate Mexico soccer, man. I cannot stand that team.
But is there a lot of chippiness in this thing, or what?
Oh yeah, if you're a team at USA Mexico game, there's a lot of chippiness in the USA Mexico game. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, there's a lot of poor tackles from Mexico, maybe both sides, but I think Mexico more on the side of forcing the tackles. And then of course you got the way the U.S. is. I mean, I'm not kind of getting all that stuff, but like when USA plays Mexico in the U.S., they're basically playing a road game no matter what. So you kind of factor that into it, where you have that predominantly Mexico crowd. Like, it's just something in me. I was like, I want USA to win this game no matter what. No matter how much I can't stand the coach or the coaches over the years. I was like, I want them to win that game.
Where does Army Navy sit on that scale for you?
Like, as far as rivalries, or just like, I mean, I think I made like 100 between then and there.
Well, wow. I got one rivalry to add to the equation that
Florida State is probably one up there for me.
I'm probably
Florida.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get some flack for saying this, but NC State and North Carolina this year especially, or maybe next year. Maybe I should say next year, because this Cloher, or whatever how you say his last name, Cloher, whatever his name. I hope he gets tripped up and he falls down and busts his nose on the floor, because we've been after him for years after year after year, and then he takes off to IMG or wherever he goes and thinks he's better than what he really truly is, and then he comes back and spits in our face and goes to Will Wade. I hope he gets payback. Sorry, kid. I hope you get payback.
You think rivalries are better when like teams are fighting,
Oh, here
or
it
when
is right
teams
here.
are both are undefeated are really good?
I think when teams are fighting, I think it shows just how much those teams hate each other.
You know what? As much as I hate to see it, I love when rivalries end in a team going on the 50-yard line and planting their flag in the opposite teams. I mean,
Yeah,
it can like start a brawl, but like that's when you know it's I don't
yeah,
like this team.
that was great. Last year we had Florida State who did it, Ohio State, Michigan who did it, NC State did it to Carolina, and it was just like every time it resulted in a huge fight. It was an awesome weekend. I
Yeah.
love that stuff, man.
Rivalry. I think rivalries in college football are probably the best to watch. I think just because you're going to have 10, 15. I won't say more than that, but 10 to 15,000 away fans there at that game. They have their own section. It's gonna be a lot of fighting from the fans. Like this teams do not like it. It's just like probably the most pageantry of all the other sports. I think. I mean, basketball is good. UNC Duke is probably the best in college basketball. Just watching those two teams play, like they don't like each other whether home or away. It's special to watch. But college football, I think they're just best.
All right, so I got a question. Since I'm reading this article now and even getting more furious.
Oh.
Yes. So now this team that this kid Clower is going to play for is called the Red Reckoning. Come on, please. And then the quote is, Coach Wade is a proven winner with an elite staff. How many years? What would you consider Will Wade a proven winner or a proven thief? Which one is it?
Proven.
The rivalry's already starting.
Yeah, and
Man.
now they're after our other guy. What's his name? Duron Rippey. They're after him too. So, Devin, where's our paycheck? I mean, where's our checkbook at? What's going on here? Because I thought we were going to be, if we were going to afford all this money on this football team, what's going on with this checkbook with the basketball team?
I don't think Hubert Davis has done himself any favors during his time in Chapel Hill. He went to one Final Four. What else has he done? I think Will Wade is just a hot topic, in terms of the triangle there. So we'll see.
We don't have the first commitment for next year. I don't know if anybody realizes that at this point in time. We have zero commitment. So what that tells me is we're not offering enough, for one thing. And then the second of all, we're just going to continually to rely upon the transfer portal.
Yeah. I mean, transfer portal is not bad. I mean, you saw what's his name, Ty Golden did last year. I mean, I think here's what I'll say. I think in college basketball, a lot more so than football. I think in football you need to develop guys. But I think college basketball, it should no longer be about we're going to recruit this guy. He's going to contribute 2 or 3. I think year by year you have to create not a team for the next few years. You need to create a team for this year.
And that's the last thing I had. I think Kai Golden probably did the best way. You can get in the portal, but take young guys in the portal too. Like I think we only had one portal guy that was a 1-year rental, and oh my gosh, I think my guard there played at FAU.
Oh yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But every other guy has been there for 2 or 3 years, or going to be there for at least 2 or 3 years. So they get some time in that system and kind of get ready for it. So a lot of teams take 1-year rentals, and it's hard to mesh 1-year guys in there like that. I mean, you saw what Kentucky had a tough time. They did it 1 year; they had it all meshed completely, and they were unstoppable. It seemed like. But other than that, it's hard to mesh 1-year guys all together, a year and year and year. After year.
What a great hire, as per Big G. All right. And so my last thing is about Carolina basketball. I will say this, and I have been looking forward to this for some time now, but I do look forward to watching Caleb Wilson play, because I think him talking a little trash at the beginning of this year goes a long way in my book. at least he's sitting there telling them he's not going to stand up for whatever, I love it. I mean, he's basically telling the boozers, you're not going to run through this way. I don't like Duke, but I did love the tolerance that oh my God, Cooper Flag, when he blocked the shot, or what happened at the end of that Carolina? Didn't he block the shot at the end of the Carolina game at Chapel Hill? And then he turned around to everybody and said, "This is my house, not in my house." I mean, I respect stuff like that. I do. I love to see it. So
let's end on this one. So Finn has said, "Hey, do you have any tips for me to try to start a sports radio show?" Finn, I don't know if you came to the right place to ask that kind of question. I'm not saying we're terrible, but we are trying to figure out what to do as well. So I mean, you just got to go with it, man. Just take a shot. So
what did Keldorf tell us? Be original, be yourselves. That's what
exactly.
he says. Yeah,
that's what we do week in and week out. This is who we are. This is how we talk in our text messages. How we talk in person too. So we have nothing. Just be original. Just be yourself. I don't know if you're going to talk to people, interview people, or what, but do something local and do something regional. Start a little fan base and then keep going.
And Finn, if you're gonna, be asked if who's gonna win a game, such as a high school football game, go ahead and make the prediction, and not a day or 2 days or 3 days later. Talk about somebody that's on that particular other team that might be ranked in the top 100 to 500, and they're really good in this, and then talk yourself out of that prediction that you originally made. Just go with it, and be right or wrong right off the get-go.
And Finn, I could get some little more advice. If you're putting together a top 10, don't use Max Press for everything. They can't always be right. I mean, just go off what you see.
I guess I'm gonna have to call it Big G preps now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got to find some other way. I got to escape this. I got to come up with a formula for my strength of schedule now.
I don't know what Max Preps uses, but it's the only thing we can really go off of. Really, I don't know. I don't know how do you determine college football is only so many teams you can go off of, so it's probably easier. But I don't know how you do it for high school. I mean, there's over probably 300 teams there in just Virginia in itself.
Yep.
So I don't know. All right, guys. Get your orders in for your merch on our website by the 10th, so we can have everything ready for you guys by the 18th. So continue placing your orders. Visit our Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram for that link. And then also we have the benefit on the 25th. Yeah, 25th.
Saturday.
It's at 1 o'clock.
I haven't heard the start time. I just knew it was the 25th, which is a Saturday this year, and this will be the first time we've had a Saturday. And just a shout out right now to a couple folks. Caesars of Virginia has donated some items for our collections, and oh my God, who am I missing? Gibson Cycles, Abercrombie Physical Therapy. I'm missing somebody. Joseph Worley at Ironside Gymnasium. He donated a 6-month membership. Really, I mean, I never expected that. Yeah, so we've got some really nice things coming in, and I think people are going to be happy to do some donating and try to win some of these packages. I think some of these things are going to be well worth their tickets.
Yeah, so it's I'll go ahead and share this. It is October 25th. Is at 12 actually. So we would have been really late, and we don't want to make for you late. That's for sure.
Not this year.
Yeah, October 25th there at 12 p.m. The 7th annual benefit for suicide prevention.
Let me mention something real quick, because we're going to attend this game on the 18th. Is that right? Is that Hampton Sydney at Averett?
Yes, that's on the 18th. Yep.
My best friend at Hampton Sydney is going to be donating some equipment there. I think it's going to be some shirts, but he's also encouraging my new best friend, who's the head coach of the football team, to donate some football gear too. So we're supposed to pick that up on the 18th, by the way. So I have to. I was given a number or contact number to get in touch with the Fighting Lavaros.
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah. So if you're a business out there in Danville or just somebody who wants to donate in general, please donate. Nothing goes to us to the podcast. Everything goes straight to suicide awareness through the Out of the Darkness organization. So do that. You can also, if you're not gonna be able to make it, if you want to just donate, you can do that here. Click on this link on the Facebook page here. 7th annual benefit for suicide prevention at Ballard Brewing in Danville, Virginia, at 12 on the 25th. So, like I said, a lot of businesses are donating. And basically, how it works is that we'll have all the tables set up with all the different prizes or things you can win. You purchase. Was it a ticket per dollar or a dollar per ticket?
dollar per ticket, yeah.
Dollar per ticket. So you can purchase as many tickets you want. You can put them. You can buy 25 tickets and put them in one pot if you want to. If you wanted to do that, if whatever you want to do. But you put your tickets in whatever pot you want to, whatever prize you want to win, and then we'll draw names. I don't know. I guess halfway through the event and kind of figure out our winners and stuff. So if you're a team out there who wants to donate stuff, we greatly appreciate it. Just reach out to us. We can get that going, or just a business in general. So I appreciate everything you guys can do.
I did ask Averett to donate some stuff too. I haven't heard back from them, so maybe when you talk about the gym or whatever for this possible tournament or whatever, make sure that they know that I contacted them about that.
Yeah. So everyone's listening tonight. Come to this if you're in Danville. Join us. We'll be there. Maybe we can do some District 2 sports podcast stuff there too. Maybe we'll go live there, talk a little Friday football action and stuff like that. So we'll do that. Come join us. Yeah, we got a lot of people listening, so join us. We greatly appreciate that.
And anything that you can donate, we would deeply appreciate. Please, I had somebody today that said, "Hey, all I got to donate is some shoe shine kits," and I was like, "We'll fix a goodie bag. We'll put it together. Dude. We'll put something together where your stuff is going to be, looked at as equal or just as joyous joyous of a win as anything else. So we appreciate anything. It's all for a good cause."
Yep. All right. So yeah, do that. Follow that page. Donate if you can, and then get your orders in on our Facebook page by October 10th, so we can get things to you October 18th. All right, guys. It's been over 2 hours and 12 minutes now. So we've been talking. So hope everyone enjoyed. It's been a good time. We'll have our interviews out this week. We'll have Anthony Crawford on Wednesday. We have Coach Fiddler there on Friday there from Patrick Henry. If you didn't hear, go back and listen yesterday to Coach Crawley there at CNU. That was a good one. And then we'll have this out and everything else out this week too. So I hope you're entertained. It's been a while.
A long while.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all.
See y'all.
Are we leaving?
Oh yeah, we're leaving.